Okay, let's do a bow making class. How about that? So this is what you do. You get a roll of ribbon. This is wired ribbon, and you really need that when you're doing a good bow because it'll bend into shape and not be all floppy. So this is how I was taught. You just first do a loop, and that's going to be the middle of your bow. And then if your ribbon has two sides, it has a right side and a wrong side. This is the wrong side, and this is the right side. The right side's a lot brighter. So you're going to want to twist. If you have the same ribbon on both sides, you don't have to twist like this. But because I want this right side to show, I'm going to twist and show that. And then I'm just going to start making loops. And I was taught to make smaller loops first and then get bigger. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a small loop on either side of the middle loop. That's going to be my middle part. Okay, continuing on, I've got one set of loops and a big loop in the middle, and I'm just holding everything in place, and I'm going to keep twisting and adding loops, and you're going to end up with about 10 to 12 loops. So I'm making my loops just slightly bigger as I go around, and then once I get out to about right here, I'm going to start making them again just slightly bigger. Just keep twisting and turning and hold it in the middle. You're going to use a piece of wire to put this together in the middle. So as you twist, hold it, and just keep looping everything. So I'm going to keep going until I get a good amount of loops. I think my first bow had 11 loops, so I'm going to try to do the same thing with this one. Okay, I've just continued to pull loops, and towards the outside, I'm doing the last like 2 or 3 loops about the same size. So I'm going to end up with 12. I think I did 6 on one side and 6 on the other side. So then I'm going to twist it, and you want to put a tail on it. So I'm going to pull up and loop a piece for a tail, and then I'm going to cut it and make sure that I can have about the same size tail on this one as I did on the other one. And then I'm going to attach a piece of wire to it. And that's all there is to it. It's just a matter of twisting and looping, and then make sure you secure it very well with the wire. So I'm about to... Okay, now I'm ready to put the wire on. This is just green floral wire, and I'm going to push it all the way through the middle loop where I started and pull it around the back and just twist it really good. Make sure you have enough length on it so you can twist really good. And so all of those loops that you have twisted are all going to just go together, and this is going to hold it in place so that you can start working with it. So pull it as tight as you can and twist. And that's going to hold it all into place. And then you're going to start fluffing your bow because it needs to be fluffed. It's a lot cheaper to make bows like this. Just get a roll of ribbon like that. That was $4.99. So I just made 2 bows out of that one roll of ribbon from At Home. So now you just start pulling. And then I'm going to cut this. All right, now for the fluffing. So the middle loop is still there. It's a pretty good size loop too. You can play with that a little bit too and make it a little bit smaller by pulling it through a little more. But then you just want to take all of this is wired, so it really pulls and shapes really nicely. So I'm just going to pull them all apart, and that's what makes your bow look pretty, is to just work them and pull them all apart. So it's not hard. Once you give it a try, it's really not hard. You just have to make sure you secure it really well with the wire so you can pull on it and shape it the way you want it. But this wired ribbon is absolutely the best. You don't want to do ribbon that's not wired because it will not do the same if it's not wired. But that one's looking pretty good. I'm just going to play with it. Okay, and that's how I make bows. I'm fluffing and making it shape the way that I want it to, and these are going to go on my front porch for Christmas. But I'll fluff them even more when I get them in place. But that's how easy it is to make bows. Have y'all tried this before? It really is a lot cheaper to do this than to pay for ready-made bows, which I've done before too. Sometimes I just buy bows, but they're really not hard to make, and you can get a lot more for your money that way. So there you go. Got 2 bows now, ready to go.